press record. Quickly go through what you have to do again. So sorry if you know, but just to make sure that all questions are answered, and then ask me anything you want to ask. So you've just got to listen to that recording learning track that I sent in the email on the 14th of November. And not the SATB, just listen to the bass one of those. And it will start with those first 2 bars, and then my boring exam voice will go jump to page 7 into bar 25 with 2 bars in, which means 2 bars before 25 the track will start, but you only need to come in 25. That just gives you the chance to sort of get into it, get the key, and it's entirely up to you what you sing in those 2 bars. You can either sing what's written and go in naturally that way, or you can sing. I had somebody from another choir send in their recording last week where they literally got their note and they just went do for the 2 bars into it, just double checking that they've got their note, and then bang on 25. So whatever will help you, that's what. As long as you're in there 25 confidently, that's great, because I can just mute it, just before. And then you sing 25 all the way to the top of page 9. And then you jump in again on "and this Christmas" into bar 41, "and this." And again, it starts 2 bars before to give you a chance to get into it. And then only sort of one main note for you, just make sure that we've got written in the score at 41, those 4 bars are repeated. So "and this Christmas" will be a very special Christmas for me, and we sing that again. Okay. How we record it, just like the chain. So recording audio first, however you did it for the chain was perfectly great. And then the video. Go on, Tim.
Has there been a note change in bar 41?
Not that I'm aware of.
On the learning track, I think you sing Christ on a G, not a C.
Let me double check. Let me see. And this Christmas, down to the C. And this Christmas, it might sound like that because the altos have a G, so you might be hearing like a little for me. And this Christmas will be. I tell you, it might be just because Christmas is the cr is mainly consonants, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So you might be hearing they're staying up there, and this Christmas. So making sure.
It is down, right?
Down
Thank
to the C. In regards to recording it, audio then video. I have said in the email just send me the audio and video together, but that's just because I don't want millions of emails, from all the 3 choirs sending them separately. But if you I had one person from another choir who sent me their audio on the Saturday, but she wanted a video on the Sunday because she wanted to do her hair. So, but she did the important thing was to send me the audio. She sent me the audio as soon as possible, just because I'm doing that now. Exactly. Send over the audio straight to me. Don't worry about sending it to Mark like you did with the chain. Just send it straight to me this time. It's absolutely fine to do that. Audio is the priority, if possible. Like I said, I don't want to get 30 audio recordings on the 3rd of December before the deadline on the 4th, because that will just be really sad. So get the audio done, and then just send the video just before the 4th. That's sort of the cutoff point. But if you want to do them just one after the other, you can absolutely do that. And it's the same learning track for the video. That's also an important note. So you just play the learning track again and just mime along to your sections, because you're not going to be on the screen when you're not singing. I'll basically just fading in and out. Any questions on any of that? Is that all okay, everybody? Cool. Okay.
Ben,
yes, Alistair.
Just one point, going back to the rather excellent chain you did. I just thought at the end, it was a bit of a shame that right at the end, you could see half the people leaning forward to turn it off.
Yeah, I know.
I thought if we could all stand still for
right. Thank
whatever.
you. That is
You could then
brilliant.
do some fancy fading in and out. I know you've got 60 people to do it with, but
Yeah, no, you're that is the one point that I always forget to say, and your apps. Thank you so much for reminding me, because you're absolutely right. A lot of people, loads of us did never break the chain. Immediately turn their camera off a millisecond after singing. So with that, yeah, it makes it difficult to sort of fade it out gracefully. So yeah, maybe just sort of standing still a little bit at the end for about 5-10 seconds. That would be great. Yeah, can you remind me to say that to everybody when we go back? Will somebody remind me to say that?
And smiling.
Yes,
And
exactly.
smiling.
So this is what I'll mention this now then. And the stops and altos, we're talking about what we want to wear. So my Thursday night choir, they're all about tinsel in the hair, hats, everything, snow machines, the lot. So that's great. My Tuesday night choir have been like, no, we don't want to do that. We want to dress up prim and proper. But I think, yeah, the stops and altos, I think we did a little vote earlier, and I think it's going to be Christmas hats and jumpers. In fact, Terry's got a full Father Christmas mask, which covers his mouth, so he doesn't even have to mime. He just needs to look jolly. So, yeah, whatever you want, really. Smile, look festive. Yeah, all good. Okay, should we go through it then?
Sorry, Ben, before you go, Kate has told me this. It might be worth saying it to the bassist as to how exactly we should appear in these films.
Yes, that's another thing.
Head and shoulders, I understand you've said, rather than full bodies.
Yeah, I mean, it's not...
Get close to your camera.
Exactly, just like how I'm sort of like I am now, sort of head and shoulders. It will just look better, especially at the end when you've got 60 people. If you're sort of standing back from the camera, you'll be very small and unidentifiable. So you need to sort of, like this will be absolutely fine, like we're all now, to be honest.
Yeah, right.
Yes, that's another good point. Thank you. Cool. Let's just go through it then from the top and see if we're all okay with it. Okay. So just the first two bars first, and then we'll just carry on playing it through. So da 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 ba da do ba do. Just those first two bars. Okay. Here we go. Da 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 ba da do ba do. Jumping to page 7, bar 25, 2 bars in. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. And you all this Christmas do 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 do. You do all this Christmas da ba da 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 ba da da do ba do ba da 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 ba da da. Staying on page 9, but jumping into 41, 2 bars in. Special Christmas for me, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Da 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 ba da do ba do da 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 ba da da da. Okay, just making sure that on that last bar as well, because it's meant to slow down, but I wanted to do it in a way that we could keep the click track going so everybody could do the same. So I've just doubled the value of those last 3 notes. So that last note is actually 4 beats, and the 2 before that are actually 2 beats each. So your last 2 bars sound like da 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 ba da 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 off. So just double what's written. And like I said, I think last week, is if you're a little bit unsure about that when it comes to it, it's better to move a little bit later or come off a little bit later than it is early, because then it's easier to edit, and I can fade out at the end, or I can move that way. But moving the other way makes it really difficult. Okay, how was that with everybody? Were we getting our notes okay into each of the sections? Do you want me to go through anything with you at all?
I think we could do with some breathing spaces.
Yeah.
After page 7, it seems to go on and there aren't any rests anywhere. So
Yeah, you're absolutely right, actually, with the
suggestions
bass
where to
part.
breathe.
Okay, so let's just quickly go through that. It's worth noting that 25 to sort of page 9 is just a cappella's section. So there won't be any other choirs in this bit. So just making sure that we sing this sort of really confidently. So do 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 do. So you can breathe after that. So do 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 do, and then breathe there. Do do and you, oh this. That's really important, that note, this, because you're the only people singing it. This Christmas, and then breathing after mus. Christmas. Do 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 do. Breathe. Do do you do, oh this Christmas. Breathe again. Da ba da 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 ba da. Breathe. Do ba da da da. Breathe. Ba da da. Actually, no, that's all you've got to do there, isn't it? So 35. Do ba da 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 ba da. You can do that in one breath. Okay, let me just do that one more time. So 25. I'll do it an octave higher so you can actually hear sounds coming out of my mouth. Do 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 do. Breathe. Do do and you, oh this do, oh this Christmas. Do and you, oh this. If you find pitching this note difficult, because I personally find it easy to go into it. Do and you, whoa this, sort of whoa this. But if you find it difficult to pitch that G, you can stop after O, take a breath, and hit the G. Do and you, oh this. So basically do what's easier for you for that bit. Do and you, oh this, or do and you, oh this. Yeah. Christmas. Breathe. Do 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 do. Breathe. Do you do, oh this Christmas. Da ba da 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 ba da ba da da. Breathe. Do ba da 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 ba da da. And like I said, don't worry about the dats. There's the odd, like, for example, bar 35, do ba da da. Just go do ba da 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 da. Just keep it open like that. Don't worry about the dats. And then for me and this bass is probably not helpful learning the 2 bars into 41, to be honest, for you. Like tenors, it really is helpful because they finish on their note. They go Christmas for me and this Christmas. They finish on that note, but for you, it's a little bit different. Christmas for me and this Christmas doesn't really help you. And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me again. And this Christmas will, be a very special Christmas for me. Da 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 ba da do ba do. Da 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 2 3 4 off. Yeah. Cool. Let's maybe just do it one more time, just for the track, and then we'll go back. Okay, so da da da. Here we go from the top. 2, 3, and da 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 ba da do ba do. Jumping to page 7, bar 25, 2 bars in. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. And you all this Christmas do 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 do. You do all this Christmas da ba da 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 ba da ba da da do ba do ba da 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 ba da da. Staying on page 9, but jumping into 41, 2 bars in. Special Christmas for me, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Da 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 ba da do ba do. Da 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 ba da da da. Okay, cool. And just noting that the last page is when I'm planning to have everybody sing all together. So the more accurate we can get that, the better it will sound. Cool. Any questions?
Yeah,
Go on,
Ben.
Malcolm. Yeah.
We're doing it all in one session. Do we say like at the start of part one, and then sing, and then part 2? Do we say the?
No need to do that. Literally just press play, record, and just do it in one go. Because then I can basically just split it up.
Just do it in one go.
Yeah, I can just split it up and splice it up.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike asked if he could do it in like sections, and I said that was okay. But I didn't want to say that to everybody just because I'll get so many little files. But as long as but if you'd prefer to do it that way, then
No,
that's
that's fine.
Yeah.
But, thanks very much.
Yeah, brilliant. Great. Any final questions? Excellent. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, get recording.
Thanks, Ben.